Can you guys hear that? I got bees in my room. Freaking bees. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2. Today we're actually going to be installing the headlight. We're going to be putting on the tail light and also cleaning up the rear end. There's like a big plastic that goes where the wheel is. I'm going to clean that up. The headlight was off of eBay. It came with the mounts. The housing is plastic, so it's not that great of quality, but it does work and it'll get me by for now. Okay, so we got the headlight installed. So we had to put a rubber piece around it because it's not tight. It kind of moves. We had a bracket down here that held the speedometer cable. So we removed that. We moved the horn up here, put it directly in the middle. And then on the other side, we put the brake cable. That way both holes are covered. And this is what it looks like on. It's pretty bright. Now we got the turn signals installed on there. So I'm also gonna add these turn signals and they will go on the bar, probably on top right there. So let's do the rear now. So this is what it looks like after I took off those rear pieces. There's a little gap right here between the frame and the seat. And I'm gonna add this light, which has the turn signals, brake lights, and running lights. I actually picked up 2 of these for $15 off of Facebook Marketplace. So $7.50 each, not bad. They're actually pretty bright, way better looking than what the stock brakes look like. So what I have to do is, you see these bolts right here? I'm gonna make a bracket that connects to these nuts and it goes down into these bolts. And that way it gives us a clean kind of finish for now till I get the new seat. Then we're gonna cut the frame and do all that good stuff. So we're using the mounts that were holding the fairings underneath the engine. And we're gonna use that to mount up the light to the rear of the bike. So now that we cut the mounts off, let's put the tail light on. So we had a couple Jaeger shots and we can't find the other mount. I don't know where it's at. We looked everywhere. We might have to make some new mounts, but we'll look for it. No? Oh crap. So we checked the footage and it bounced on the purple disc. We have 4 people looking for it now. It went down though.
Yeah, it went down this way and then this way.
Yeah, it went on the that bottom shelf right there and then it went down. So where could it be? So we made these mounts and those mounts are gonna go on here with the original bolts. Alright, so to connect this rear tail light, we're gonna have to take the seat off. And we're gonna run the cables over the top of here. That way we can zip tie here and make it look nice and clean. So we're gonna run the cables through here and connect it like that. You'll see when we're done. So to find out what cables go to where on the harness, because we cut this piece off of the original tail light, and that'll just plug right in, so it's like OEM. We checked on this plug. The black and yellow is the negative and the red and the blue are both positive. The red is running light and the blue is the brake light. So what we did is from here we took the black one and put it into the negative, because that's what black is usually negative. Sometimes it might be white. Just test it out, see what happens. And found out the red is the brake light. No, the red is the brake light or running light. So the red was the brake light and the yellow was the running light. The orange was the right turn signal and the blue was the left. So what we're gonna do right now is plug in the running and brake light through here, and then afterwards we'll connect the turn signals onto these right here. And we'll show you once it's done, that way you can get an idea of what it looks like. The easiest way to wire this, which I wouldn't recommend for permanent fix, but as a temporary, which is what we're doing because we don't have the right connectors, you twist the cables up together and then you fold it over like this, and you take some heat shrink and put it over the top of the connections, and that'll make a secure enough connection for while you get the right connectors. And before you actually heat shrink anything, you want to test out the lights, make sure they're working good. So do the left side, right side, brake, and yeah, everything's working good. So we didn't have to use the license plate plug on here. It actually runs off of the running light, so that's really cool. So we'll put the license plate on and clean this up, put a couple zip ties, you know, and put the seat back on and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this box out and also these where the screws go. That way it'll still hold the air box and the battery up and prevent water from going in there. So this is what I came up with. It'll have the mounting points here, here, and here, which will hold up the airbox battery, the coolant reservoir, and also has the place for the springs for the seat. All right, let's put it in. All right, so now that it's put back on, as you can see, it's clean. I could put the stock seat back on, the bracket that holds it in. So the plastic will stop water from getting on the battery and the airbox through the holes up here, and it looks pretty clean. All right, so for this piece, I'm gonna use the stock mounting point, and I'm just gonna put a screw through it and this through the back of this plastic, and that'll hold it in place. Tucked in somewhere right here. This piece is gonna mount right there with that little plastic piece that I showed you. So this is how it looks. This one I mounted it through the plastic that we put on with a bolt. And this one we cut out the original mount and mounted to this bolt. It keeps everything nice and clean in there. And yeah, that's it for now. Take off all the fairings on there, the side panels, the rear. Let me show you the rear tail light. So that's what the tail light looks like. And you know, left turn signal, right turn signal, the brake light. There it is. So yeah, that's it for this video. The next one we will probably be cutting the frame up and reshaping the seat, or maybe even make a seat. We'll see what we come up with. Now we can ride on the streets with all those fairings off, you know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, that way you can see further updates on this. We're gonna try to upload once a week. We'll see you guys next week.